Welcome to our first episode of Tips, Tricks, and Traps of Disaster Recovery Planning, a series designed for IT leaders who want real-world information they can apply within their organizations. In this episode, we'll explain the key elements that make up a disaster recovery plan. First, and most importantly, if you think a disaster recovery plan is just about backing up your data, you're in for a surprise. Backups are essential, but they don't get your business back online. They don't restore infrastructure. They don't spin up virtual machines. They don't reconnect users or reconfigure DNS. All backups do is give you data. So your backups are in the cloud, you say? Do you have spare servers and network hardware lying around to restore the data? Do you have a secondary data center to put the hardware in? Do you have an active network connection so users and customers can get to your applications? Oh, wait, you can restore the data, but don't you have to install the applications before you can make the data usable? And if your previous network was compromised, how do you go about enabling IP space and VPN connectivity to the new environment? Here's the difference. Backups are for retention. High availability is for continuity, typically for mission-critical systems that need to be available 24/7 and to protect against single points of failure within your production infrastructure elements. Disaster recovery, on the other hand, is about orchestrating a controlled comeback when things fall apart. When you think about disaster recovery, think about the various factors that could render your production applications inaccessible or unusable by your internal or external users. Depending on your applications and your organization's tolerance for downtime, there are several factors to consider. Imagine your office building is inaccessible or your data gets encrypted by ransomware. Your backups might still be intact, but can you run your business on them? What you really need is a recovery environment, pre-configured, tested, accessible from anywhere. That's disaster recovery. At DataBank, we help organizations turn just in case into always ready, because DR isn't just tech. It's timing, it's team, it's tested muscle memory. And in a world where outages, attacks, and configuration errors happen every day, the real question isn't, do you have a backup? It's, can you recover? In our next episode, we'll cover the threats that cause the most chaos and why natural disasters aren't even in the top 3. If you find this series helpful, please subscribe, hit the bell, and leave a comment. We look forward to seeing you next time.